goes. As we jump ourselves in game, we start to the bottom left-hand side with our orange Zerg player. Give it up, guys, if you're tuning on Titan X1's Impact. Going up against the red Protoss player to the top left-hand side of the map, and you can see on his first-person view that he's up to some nonsense in the bottom right side, bottom left side of the map as well. This is herO in the top left, and obviously right now this is getting a little bit interesting. He's trying to proxy gateway, and well, I mean, Impact is very aware of it. He actually built 2 more gateways as a follow-up to this. This is going to be interesting because Impact actually pulled so many drones. He's very late on the spawning pool. This is actually really concerning because what's he going to do? There's another pilot. I actually think Impact's lost right from the get-go here. I think Impact's made a hell of a mistake because by doing what he's done, I mean, he's going to kill these 2 gates. So what? He's just going to make zealots. And Impact is... I think Impact's just... Well, I mean, what do you do? Like, these zealots getting a mineral? I mean, the spawning pool is so late. That's the issue. The spawning pool is so late because he pulled so many drones so quickly. And I think that really is the issue, because now you can't start up spine crawlers in plenty of time or anything along those lines. Is this zealot trapped, by the way? I don't understand where the zealot's going to come out. I don't see how this zealot comes out in a good position at all. This zealot's going to get surrounded here. He gets 1 worker kill. The zealot is trapped. Wow, so this is just an absolute mess from herO. No, is that drone trapping him in? Can this drone attack the zealot, but the zealot can't attack the drone? What? Oh my god. Well, this is interesting, because if the zealots can't get out, I guess the zealot can get out this way. Once the gates go down, he actually saves that gate. Wow, well, I think these zealots are just trapped in this gateway. This is kind of crazy. Some lings pop out. I mean, obviously you want to try and kill that gateway off. That makes a lot of sense. 19 probes to 12 drones at the moment, as lings do get a surround, and I think the zealots just go down too quickly. Maybe the lings are going to be on time here in the end. He's just missing a zealot. That's the issue for herO. Like, he's missing a zealot, and it's very difficult for him to get other zealots out here and in the right positions. You see this zealot obviously gets surrounded, but 2 zealots against the lings is not a terrible trade. You want to remember, herO still sat 7 workers ahead. He's making a gateway back at home, and in the end herO does just kill off that gateway to the right side, frees some more of his zealots. This zealot here is just sat. Man, this was an absolute mess of a game in game number 1. I wonder what made herO just decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to proxy gate you. He lets Redshift into the map. Who's like, cool, I'm just going to proxy gate. You know, screw the nonsense of this map. Get rid of it. You know, let it in, but I'm not going to let you see what happens on this map. No way. Well, I'm going to see the Queen popping out. Obviously really changes things in terms of what can be done here. So let's try to back away into the corner again, minimize the kind of the surface area on the Zerglings at least. The Queen DPS output does help a lot, but honestly I don't think it's enough, because as these Zerglings go down, again, the Zealots are just a little bit too good. Again, I really think the issue really was, if you come back to the start of this year, as all Zerglings go down, is he trying to build the assimilator, but this Zealot's just stuck? Is he trying to push this Zealot off with the assimilator? It's so weird, such a weird scenario. But, again, I really feel like the delay on the spawning pool because of the drones pulling down really hurts, because it means you don't have the lings as early. Well, it's kind of still a strange situation, because now the lings are starting to overwhelm in numbers again. And herO is expanding to his gold base, if that makes any sense at all. The Zealot actually got a swipe off there this time around. Never Zealot shows up, obviously he kind of wants to get the Queen, but he doesn't quite manage to. The lings do get a surround. Again, the gold base finishing up from herO, so you can start mining from that very soon. I think herO's realizing he is going to lose these 2 gateways, but still a 9-worker lead, Cybercore on the way up. There's no tech here from Impact. I guess for now he can just sort of drone, because the tech is obviously very delayed as well from herO. That poor Zealot, man. He just got stuck. He's just been stuck here this entire time, and actually look at that, Impact's going to leave it alive. It's kind of funny, because actually leaving it alive is actually very frustrating for herO, because it actually takes up supply that it doesn't necessarily, you know, that he'd rather replace. So in a way, like, it's kind of weird, but like, it's not an amazing, you know, it's not a massive deal, but it kind of helps herO by killing this in a very weird way. Those 2 gates still going to be around, and we are now going to be seeing, well, a couple of extra gates on the way out the front. He actually goes from a Stargate into a Robo. I like that decision, because at this point a Robo is just a little bit more solidified in terms of what you can do as a follow-up and what you know, what you can try and achieve. So you can see an Adept continue to shade on forwards, and we are going to be seeing these couple of lings continue to fight away. And we are going to be seeing herO. And he's going to be able to get a couple more Zerglings picked off here. Overlord just sat at the front, and we are going to be seeing, honestly, it's kind of a strange game because obviously the gold base is mine, and with a Robo and a Twilight coming up, it kind of feels like hero's going to be able to protect his gold base and stop anything too much else from really happening in this sort of stage. So hero, I kind of feel, is looking good at the moment. That Robo's finishing up. He's going forward with the Adepts, and he is looking to actually commit this Adept forward. So just checking to see if there's a third hatch already. That's obviously something which Impact is missing that you would usually have at this stage of the game. So as this Adept shades out, it'll join up with its other Adept buddy. Not really an opportunity to push forwards here, it seems. Maybe a couple too many Lings that took double Queen is maybe a bit of an issue as well. As we are going to see Impact just continue to work his way through these gateways. 5 more gates coming up. It's going to be a charge all in from herO. I mean, with the gold base income, why not? He's going to throw the Dark Shrine down too, so you will have Archons to back these Zealots up. Warp gate's ready soon. Charge is a little way away though. You see in the gateway going to take a little bit more damage. Lings continue to take some hits. Yin will be able to get rid of that gate. Warping in at the front line. herO has a couple of sentries. Zealot's warping in too. Remember, he does have gas because he is looking to warp in Dark Templar to support with Archons at some stage of this. Honestly, at this stage, even just the DTs alone would be amazing because, as you can see, there's no Spore Crawlers. So he probably identified a little bit here and there with the Adepts moving around. Roaches are starting to come out though, so honestly Impact has a pretty good answer to this immediately. Zealots will back away. It's the Dark Shrine. The Dark Shrine is truly the one thing right now that's just going to be an absolute be-all and end-all. Oh my god, well so is that. The Natural Hatchery will go down as the Ravager battles aren't fast enough to deal with those force fields. Well, that's an amazing moment, isn't it, for herO? And again, Dark Shrine about to finish, but the current detection level is about 0. Zealots into the main, it might not even come down to the need for DTs. Ravager going to get picked away at here. And it's just another nice little pick-off as these Zealots are going a little bit crazy at the moment. Well, doing whatever they can. First DT starts to warp in. Is that at home? He's going to warp in a DT defensively. That's interesting. And he warps in 3 more DTs and Zealots over here as well. So now you can actually just push forwards and kill everything because there's absolutely no detection. GG says Impact. The bit of a misplaced proxy gateway is going to be going the way of herO in the end. Going live in the future. We're pushing 30,000 followers, which is really awesome for the channel, so continue to push that as we jump into herO Impact game number 2. And it is a 1-0 lead already for the Protoss player, which means our Zerg in the top left-hand side is currently down a map. Can he stay in the tournament? Can he make it to the finals? He has to win 2 in a row. From Titan X1, we have Impact. And down at the bottom right-hand side, our red Protoss player here, guys, is of course herO. As we get this set up and rolling in the early stages, we get ready to go, ready to see just what these guys are going to get up to, just what these guys are going to be bringing us here in the near future. Donation coming through. Let me just very quickly open up what I need to read that. Shandave NL, dude, what's up? How you doing? Thank you so much for the $12 donation, saying let's get towards that donation goal. Thank you so much for the $12. We do try and have a $30 donation goal, just daily donation goal. We don't always reach it, but that's okay. It is nice if we can. Again, of course, if you want to support the stream, plenty of ways for you guys to do so. Subscribing, maybe even the best, because you guys get your subscriber perks, you get the emotes, you can spam them, you can recruit others to the Wardy family via the power of Wardy Kapopa. And just in general, you can, you know, it goes a long way to supporting because it's monthly. If you want it to be monthly, you can cancel after a month. You get replay packs too. And of course, if you're a Twitch Prime user, you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime. I haven't seen a Twitch Prime sub in a couple of days, not a new one anyways, so if you're a Twitch Prime user, you got that sub available. It goes a long way if you help us out with it, we'll give it a good home. Thank you, Shandave NL, for the $11.65 donation. Here's some love in the chat for Shandave. Oh, it's nice to see some people showing some love to the stream. Actually being very generous for you today. We actually got quite a few bits in the chat, so we're doing pretty good today, in all honesty, as we set ourselves up towards this game 2 of the series. All eyes on the PvZ now. As we do see, first probe is a nibbling on that drone. Some of the drones are just like, nope, dude, get out of here. We're done with your nonsense. We don't wanna deal with you right now. Well, Overlord continue to come down towards the bottom right hand side, and we are going to be seeing the Nexus Not placed just yet, actually. herO has gone into a very fast Stargate. With a double gate opening into Stargate, actually. So that's interesting on such a large map. Obviously, the cross-map positions is definitely going to aid Impact a little bit. It's going to hinder herO in terms of how long it takes these adepts to come across. But it's one of those scenarios where maybe there just isn't the units to actually deal with these adepts, and maybe they can get quite a bit done. 2 Lings right now, 2 more just starting. An Oracle to back this up as well. These adepts could really cause chaos right now. Overlord sees this for the first time here. As you're going to be seeing those adepts shade up to the high ground, and the drone's already pulling away. Impact knows he's in some trouble. And this herO, I mean, he's going to commit. There's no reason he would not commit in this scenario. He's going to get a couple of Ling kills. He's going to continue. Even if he doesn't kill drones, he just denies this mining time. This is already an insane amount of mining time which is being denied. Look at all these drones running around doing absolutely nothing here. Finally getting back to mining properly. Workers are pulled off gas. Impact is in a little bit of a mess as 2 more adepts show up. The Oracle now 2. This is where he starts to get a little bit more concerning. Adepts will shade forwards. He puts a couple of adepts in the front. Cancels for the moment. First Oracle in towards the main base, it seems. Is there Spore Crawlers? No, because he's probably not expecting this fast of an Oracle. Because this Oracle is definitely faster than usual. 1 Queen, you can commit, and that's 3 or 4 drones killed here. Depending on how many shield damage herO wants to take. He's going to go for 5, which means he actually takes quite a lot of damage, and very nearly does go down. There's 5 drones killed, and herO's making up for what is a later Nexus for himself. Impact with a few more drones finishing will keep the worker lead. I still feel like there's potential for these 4 adepts. And still, I guess there's a lot of Lings on the map. So we're seeing these Lings coming in for us, so around adepts will shade back again. Yes, they've done, because they were going to go down this time. Another Oracle comes in. This time it was just using the Queens, or the adepts as a distraction. Those Queens pushing forwards and pushing those adepts backwards. And the Oracle did loop around in the end and pull back. Adepts in the center, really good micro so far, keeping the low adept in the back of this, and it's going to get away alive. Single Zerglin survives here at the watchtower. For now, I'm not sure herO really minds too much. After so many adepts in the early game, he's going to follow up with a Resonating Glaives. It's actually kind of crazy. This is 4 adepts which are kept alive here in the early stages. It means that this attack is going to be so powerful. These first 2 adepts are opening very slowly because there's not a gateway connecting this pylon on the right hand side. A little bit of a shame as we do see the Stalker trying to get the Overlord kill. We'll get it as it chases down to the low ground. Oracle's going to come in, fight a Queen here. 2 more Queens show up though, and this Oracle is committed to the Queen kill, and he does get it because the other Queens were just, well, one of them was actually about 10 energy away from a transfuse, so quite a way away. If the Roach-Ron finishes, Impact doesn't have that much gas to actually build Roaches with, so this is currently a Ling-based defense against a Resonating Glaive Adept attack. 8 Adepts moving forwards. You do see what? This is 6 drones currently on this top side. Queens continue to spread the creep in, and we're going to see the first couple of drones going to start going down. There's 1, and there's 2. Not a bad start to get things going. 5 Roaches now on the way up. I think he's just going to stick around. Oh, that's kind of a weird shade. He's going to stay on this low ground now, but the Lings get surrounded. Depth's on cooldown. Still cleans up so many of the Zerglings, but Resonating Glaives is so good in this scenario. It's the Queen support on the high ground that really saves us, plus the fact some of those Adepts were very low from earlier. Of course, this was very non-committal, I would say, as a Stasis Ward was dealt with at the same time. Good play by Impact. Not allowing the Stasis to go off on the entire mineral line, because that would have been disastrous in terms of how much he would have been slowed down there. Flare on the main base here. An Evolution Chamber coming up as well on the front. 5 extra gateways coming up from herO now. Charge is starting to be researched. And the Warp Prism is starting to head out in towards the center of the map. So Prism coming out in towards the center here. Heading off over to the left-hand side, and, well, that's just going to cause more chaos. There's already extra Adepts have shaded by some Roaches. Well, shaded by, but at the same time, in some trouble. Recoil away will save all but 1. More Adepts actually made it in towards the natural. Oracle was here too, but another Stasis Ward again dealt with pretty well. How many gateways are we on right now? Just the 3, but with 5 more it takes us to 8. It's an aggressive play. A lot of warp-ins at home, and I wonder how much we commit to actual kind of attacks here. Will there be a push across the map? Right now it seems as though the answer to that is yes, which is risky, because I'd like to remind you guys, Recall was just used just a moment or so ago. It was not long ago at all that we saw that Recall coming into play. And as Impact sees this attack coming, he's just going to start, well, he's just going to continue producing units. First Immortal is actually coming out, and it's at home, right? So, I mean, that still has to come all the way across the map if he really wants to really commit to this. I don't know if he can. I do not know if he can. Zealots, Adepts, a Stalker continue to come up to this top side. We are going to be seeing Overlord taking a little bit of damage here. One Prism drops down, a couple of Zealots are getting to work already. This Roach at the front gets taken down here. All those Zealots are going to get taken down. More Zealots will open to the main base though. I mean, that's pretty nice. You're going to see Zealots and Adepts continue to push on forwards. Charging forwards, you're going to see the rest of these units just lifting up. And again, these few Adepts at the front from here just continue to push his way through a couple of these Roaches. Roaches are going to keep on going down. I mean, this is herO just starting to overrun. He's killing drones. He's in, you know, he was in 3 places. He was in the main, natural, and the 3rd base. As it stands right now, he's a little bit more spread out. And he is cleaned up for the moment as well, so he's going to have to pull back, but I feel like it was a good attack. It puts him into a worker lead. He gets his 3rd base saturated behind this. You know, he gets that really rolling here. So that's all big positives, of course, for him. As we are seeing through the middle of the map, these Roaches are currently charging on forwards. Taking that watchtower. I mean, there's still more units around those. Zealots coming in from the right side, Zealots coming in from the left, and herO going to put his first person view on the picture in picture so you guys can see how he tries to control this. And there's already these Zealots just pushing forwards, just trading out with Roaches, buying time for the Zealots over here, perhaps get some damage done and chase down some drones. So a lot of units that herO's losing though, and so in the end, he needs to make sure that at home he's going to have enough to actually be able to defend a counterattack, because that's going to be the most dangerous part of all this. You can see already the desperation. In a way, desperation, you know, making a Void Ray. A Void Ray isn't usually built here. You know, it's being built because he knows he lost a lot of units in this attack, and to survive this counterattack, he needs absolutely everything he can possibly get. Or Prism takes a corrosive bar to the face. Prism would be pretty good to have back at home, simply because of the micro you can bring to play. If you can keep those Immortals alive by micro for even just a few seconds longer, a few extra shots, it can make a difference. Just running towards this mineral line. We're going to be seeing these probes continue to drop at the moment. DT's warped in. Oh, the DTs are a perfect answer. There is a lair, but there's no Overseer. Oh, the DTs are going to buy herO so much time, and by buying time, he's going to have himself, well, so much more of an army to defend this if Impact decides to turn around and go for wave 2 of this at the, in any time in the near future. Oh, these DTs are still chasing right now. The Overseer, I mean, is there one? He hasn't even started to morph one in. Okay, there's one, but it's all the way in the natural. So herO's going to get so much damage done. He kills another Ravager here. There's DTs over here because of the Warp Prism, and they're getting even more shots off. A couple of Zealots will charge down, kills off another couple of Roaches. Jesus, this has really turned into something in the last few moments. What a play by herO. As now, well, Warp Prism is still around. He's going to take the 4 DTs up top. He's keeping one in the army. Overlord here will be picked away at by the Void Ray. It's actually nice because Impact isn't super clear of being supply blocked. 3rd base of herO's unprotected though, so just a small number of lings like these 10 definitely can find some damage, and killing some, you know, getting some damage done right now, well, that's the way in which you slow herO down that little bit extra to stop further damage being done in the future. DT's dropped down, but there is an Overseer at the end. The Prism had to move away. At the same time, the rest of the army moves forwards though, and that's going to pull the Roaches back, leaves 2 DTs alive over there. 8 probes, 10 probes to make that more going down at the moment, as he's just going to try and recall out. herO taking some heavy damage, and he is going to save the sentries at least, but he lost 12 workers. He didn't achieve a lot with this attack. This was perhaps one of the worst trades that herO's had in this game, because again, he lost in the army fight and he lost in the work kills as well. Killed a couple of queens with the DTs. I think that was the best thing he had in that initial fight right there. A couple of Archons will start to morph on in, and we are going to be seeing a +2 missile attack upgrade coming through from Impact. Hadler's Den dropping down at the front of the natural as well. And still the Warp Prism just up overhead. It's going to be moving up towards the upper side. Single Zergling moving back and forth to see what's up, and he is going to find the Warp Prism moving across the map. So Warp Prism moving across is identified. Void Ray coming through the center is going to find himself a Zergling to pick away at. Zergling goes down. And it's this Oracle just moving around here, trying to see what it can get up to. A couple of Lings just sort of position around the place as well, as we do see Archons dropping off to kill off an Overlord. +2 missile attack on the way up. Groove Spines, about 30-40% of the way done as well. This Oracle here has to be a little bit cautious, and we'll just right from the get-go, be backing away. Psystorm also on the way up right now from herO. So getting Storm going, I mean, he's getting himself into a more standardized position, taking the 4 bases. I mean, we're cross-map on Darkness Sanctuary right now. This map can go long in cross spawns. I mean, it's not a map that's like super split map. It's just so large that there's so many possibilities and it's so difficult, you know, it takes a long time to attack. Players in general can get themselves prepared in plenty of time. You see the Warp Prism goes down here, 2 Archons. There was a super low Warp Prism flying right between the bases. It was a very risky maneuver from the get-go. Not really sure what herO's plan was there. It was a little bit interesting. As you do see moving forward as Roaches. Take some damage from the Voidray, and that's also not being paid attention to at the moment, so take some hits, but before the Hydras get there, it starts to move away, which means it will survive. It's the Storm. I mean, it's the Storm you've got to look at right now. 12 Ravagers, though. There's so much damage output in this army of impact. herO, he needs to hit some absolutely wonderful Storms if he wants to stay alive at the moment. 5 Immortals will definitely help. He could really do... I mean, any Zealot Warpins will go masses of distance just to keep these kind of high-tech units safer for a while longer. Imagine you had a couple extra Archons, see if that Warp Prism hadn't gone down. Imagine just having the Warp Prism here for the micro potential, that's also huge. In these sort of scenarios, big first Storm. I'd like to see some more Storms focused towards kind of the Ravagers here. As the Zealots coming in from the left side do a really good job there. There's not that many Hydras to target for the Storms either, so it's really the Ravagers I think which would be great to target. Hits them to the left-hand side now, just because the Ravagers do have lower health than Roaches. Archon's starting to come into play. The Immortal's trying to hold tight, but honestly, it looks like there's just a bit too much from impact right here. Another Immortal pops out, but as the Zealots go down, it does seem to be overwhelming. And unfortunately for herO, I mean, a lot of mistakes this game, I think, coming through. And Impact played it well. He played it solidly. He kept himself going. And as herO tries to whoop in a few more units up to the top, what are you really going to be able to bring into play right now? I mean, as this Twilight Council goes down, the Robo goes down. Probes are being pulled in. We're going to a 3rd game in this semi-final matchup, guys. We are going to a decider between Impact and herO to see who gets to play against Rogue in today's grand finals. The last few Roaches, Hydras, and Ravagers, so just picking their way through a couple of bases here and there. And again, as this set of gateways goes down the pylon too, well, this really pretty much is it. A few High Temple up on the high ground as well, and again, those Ravagers are thinking of pushing up there. So that's going to start coming down. We do see a Voidray currently on its way up here from herO. I mean, again, it's one of those moments where it's like, let's go, you know, let's commit, but again, what can you really do? High Templars are suiciding themselves in to try and storm down this side, but the reinforcements just keep coming on through too quickly. And of course, once those High Templar storms are gone, nothing stops the Ravagers from just jumping on forwards and getting more damage dealt. Alright, let's go into our 3rd and final game of Impact versus herO. To the top right hand side, our orange Zerg player. This is Impact. Honestly, just traded well enough throughout that last game, and in the end, there was just too much for herO to really be able to deal with. As we have to the bottom left hand side, our Red Protoss player. He is, of course, herO. Still part of Root Gaming. This already roll. I just read a tweet by Ninja. This is so funny. Obviously, Ninja, the Fortnite streamer. Ninja's like, do you guys want to know the struggles of streaming over other jobs? I left for less than 48 hours and lost 40,000 subscribers on Twitch. Like, like, such a shame, man. I'm pretty sure the other 200,000 are still doing pretty good, though. And I'm pretty sure those 40k are going to be right back at you today when you're live again. I don't know, man. I mean, it is kind of crazy, obviously, but it's just the way it goes. It is kind of stream life, but it's pretty crazy. Anyways, we get into this and we get going. A couple of adepts on the way here early from herO as he actually hit all of his structures to the back. This is crazy. Impact comes in, he sees nothing. He's going to see the Nexus. He's still going to see nothing. I guess he goes far enough forward to see the Nexus. He just doesn't see the fact that the double adepts are coming through. So here we go. herO trying to play some sneaky games right from the get-go here, as you do see the couple of adepts coming in towards the upper right-hand side to see what's going on. So 2 Adepts to lead the charge. Obviously will be backed up by more in the near future. This Adepts coming in towards the upper right, and we'll be looking to see what it can do. What's up, DJ Chris Spear in the chat for the Twitch Prime sub for 2 months. Welcome back. The 2nd month, loving it. Thank you so much, and hope you're doing well. Thank you for the 2-month resub. These Adepts committing towards the main base, and we'll see a few of these Zerglings starting to go down. A little bit of left and right action here from him, from herO, as he tries to dodge away, but well, the Ling's getting a good surround, and honestly, Impact, good read on the game, kind of saw what was coming, and he's kind of dealing with it pretty well. 2 more Adepts showing up now. They actually commit all the way in. This one gets out of there. He lost 5 probes in the meantime to some Zerglings though, and that's obviously not pretty. You know, it's the Zerg player who, if anyone, should be losing drones right now. herO losing workers is really not good for him. He's lost another Adept across the map. As it stands, it's 24 to 25 workers, but it kind of feels like this was the dream from Impact. He actually hits Ling speed now. There's a few more Lings coming up. We'll try and catch one more of these. And we are going to be seeing a few more Adepts still just gathered up on top of this ramp. 4 Adepts against these Lings. The Lings are going to try and commit. With the Ling speed, they get us around pretty quickly. Gets 1 Adept, which is very low. The 2nd Adept will go down 2. The 3rd surrounded. And it will just survive here. No, it goes down. Wow, I thought it was going to get away. And hero's in a bit of a weird spot. He has on the 3rd gateway now the Robo as his first tech choice. We are in a bit of a weird position here as to where we're going to go next. Robo facility on the way up in this Wolof. And these few Zerglings of Impact just gathering together in the natural expansion. As the Queen going to move over as well to, I guess, just drop a creep tumor. Yeah, just dropping a creep tumor on the natural to main base ramp. So going to be seeing these Adepts shading forwards again. We're just going to be seeing the feelings going down once more. Gyro in the chat pointing out that this probe is actually stuck back here, and that's kind of a true point. A little bit of a shame, can't get out until there's a warp prism. Just in general, hero's playing some very weird builds today. I mean, we're talking about, it's just crazy, right? I mean, we're talking about the, when I get a moment to actually think about things, we're talking about the idea that he kind of went for proxy gates in game 1 and blocked himself in. He had, it was just strange, honestly. Like, I can't really think of a better way. Like, game 2 was a bit funky. Game 2, I kind of understood the build. This game, I don't really know what's going on. Ling's going to surround on this Stalker, which should be saved by the Prism, but herO is just elsewhere. I guess he does get Adepts in towards this natural mineral line, so finally we'll get some good damage done. This is multiple workers going down as these roaches are coming out to defend. Exact things like this from happening again. Shades into the main base, and we'll get a couple more drones. It's 8 in total, and you should be happy with that because it also forces the roaches to run around a little bit silly for a moment or two. Finally, those Adepts are cleaned up. Yeah, more Adepts off over to the right side, and we are going to see this Ling coming over to nibble away at that probe, and Nexus dropping down on the 3rd base. So Nexus dropping on the 3rd base again, Adepts coming through and picking up the Adept. And again, more roaches just coming down to the south, and those Adepts pushed away. herO not able to do too much more at the moment, as we do see. Well, I actually guess those Adepts back into the mineral line. Didn't realize they went over here. That's obviously another couple of kills there. So 2 more drones going down. Full workers dropping, and we just see, well, even more Adepts from herO coming across towards this upper right side. Shading on past those roaches. The couple of Queens coming forwards as well, and we will see those Adepts doing a little bit of a split at the moment, going into a couple of different directions. There is a few workers going down already. 11 workers killed in total, now 13. Wow, suddenly herO's getting so much economic damage done. The issue is he's throwing away a lot of units to do this. And so, at the same time, he has to be so cautious because as soon as Impact gets himself across the map, he's going to have a huge army supply advantage to work with. Even if he doesn't have many reinforcements or much economy behind it, if it's enough, it can just straight up kill herO. And that's why herO is definitely prioritizing immortal production at the moment. 5 more gates now coming down could be huge for him. No Twilight Council though, so we're not going to be able to see charge or anything. I mean, it's coming down now, but it's a long way off actually being charged. And again, it's triple the army supply more or less here from Impact against herO, depending on when you looked at the screen. Right now it's 64 to 26, but it's still a lot, and these roaches they don't do well against Immortals, but when these Immortals are unprotected, they're going to go down pretty quickly. And yeah, 3 Immortals, they can one-shot a Roach, but again, if the Immortals go down this fast, what does it matter? herO doesn't really have anything to defend here at all. The Immortals are sat out because he wants to try and defend the third base. Force field will come down, another Immortal pops, but now what? The Roach is going to be on the third base, so in the end he's going to lose the third base anyways. And herO trying to boost another Immortal out here. Yes, it was good damage done, but now Impact has reimbursed himself in terms of the worker count. He's back up to 51 and counting as more drones in the production tab. And of course, as he kills the third Nexus, it looks as though herO is not going to be able to give us the versus Rogue finals we were maybe looking for today. Instead, it looks as though we might get ourselves a little bit of ZVZ action. It wouldn't be an online tournament without some ZVZ at some point, would it? It really wouldn't be. To be fair, it's been a long time since I actually cast ZVZ. Hydra's done. Finishing up in a moment or two. This team missile upgrade coming in as well. I mean, it's just more bits and pieces that are going to help Impact continue on as herO. As he pushes now, he is completely all in. He is completely reliant on this attack to end this game. If this attack doesn't win it for him, he has no answer. He doesn't have the economy. He doesn't have another Nexus back at home. He's got some Zealots to the side. He's got this set of Immortals and Sentries to the right. This has to be absolutely 100% the victory for him. If it isn't, you can see Impact knows it too. He's pulling his Queens over down towards the third base. The one good thing is these Zealots could cause some chaos. As they come in from the left-hand side, there's definitely some potential there. And they're going to run straight in towards this natural mineral line. A few Zerglings going to get body slammed as well. Feels their way in towards the main base too, so it does start to split up these units a little bit. Force fields available here. First couple of force fields are really good. If herO's going to win this, it's through micro and control and kind of forcing engagements like this. Most of these Zealots now being dealt with and some Queens still being kept over there. Drones being pulled forwards into this. A few drones going down. I wouldn't say there's enough from herO just yet though, but there's still potential. Corrosive Bar's going to force him to back away. Does avoid the majority of them, and I think just a single one landed on one of the Immortals at the front. We're just still coming in, and we are going to be seeing Ravages. Corrosive Bar laying down. It looks as though this is going to be pretty much it right now. A couple of Immortals loading up, but everything else has fallen. herO's supply is dwindling by the second, and now as +2 missile kicks in, it's only going to get better from Impact. herO started up a third Nexus just now, so not even during the fight, literally just now. The only thing he has is 2 Immortals and a Warp Prism. I cannot possibly imagine that is going to be enough here. 2 Immortals coming to the main, the Ravagers going up here as well. 6 more Hydras on the way out. And another 2 Immortals from herO going to be popping as well. As we are going to see that drone picked off here, off to the side. So at least he's doing something. He's denying a 4th base. herO has to work something more than magic right now, though, to get this working. Again, as Hydra's joined the army, he's getting a Robo Bay up. I mean, maybe he prays for Disruptors. Honestly, some Disruptor shots might be the one way he gets back into this. Roaches, Ravagers, and Hydras coming forward. Soon we will see the first Immortal taking quite a bit of damage. Nice lift up. Picks those Immortals up and gets them out of there. 2 Disruptors on the way. I think it is the Disruptors which you have to pray to right now as herO, or if you're a herO fan. These Disruptors need some miracle connections. I kind of like the Warp Prism speed, because maybe if you can Warp Prism speed the Disruptors in and catch him Impact a bit off guard, maybe that's how this ends up working. Maybe that's the answer to this. 2 Immortals dropping back down as well. Ling's coming forwards. Again, I mean, the Immortals just get tagged so quickly. 2 Disruptors are here, 2 more on the way out. And a stream of orange units on both top and bottom sides of the map as they set to push into the third base from the right side. This Disruptor comes down. What's he going to find? A single Ravager morphing in. It's not really what you want. I mean, you even get some of the resources back for just to cancel on the morphin. Nice Contaminate closes up the Robo Facility Formula 2. First Disruptor shot on the right side goes well. Second one hits just 1 Roach though. To the top side, Force Fields are holding on. Corrosive Bars are dodged for the moment. herO Force Fields his opponent away. He needs the Disruptors. Gets a big shot to the top. I mean, that's something like what he needs, but he still just needs a little bit more. His units are running low on health. The last Disruptors are starting to fire in right now. They're so low on hit points. The Immortals are trying to hold on. herO is in the end not going to find enough. The Disruptors made a valiant effort. It was very close, but now the third base goes down again. The probes disappear. The robo facility at the front goes down. The next one will be in trouble very soon as well, I imagine. Disruptor is actually going to go after a Zergling there, which is not really going to be worth too much. These last couple of Disruptors going down, herO just did not have the usual kind of herO, just fabulous play that we usually expect to see from herO. You know, this was not pretty. This was not nice. This was messy. It was not fun to watch even, as herO's going to blow up his own Disruptors. And Protoss, he can't actually blow them up because they're all all disrupting, so actually they're all protected.